Hi guys, welcome back to CINFLIX Recap. Today I'm going to recap a drama movie about the relationship between a daughter and a father who lives isolated on an island. And the movie is called The Ballad of Jack and Rose. Spoiler alerts and enjoy the story. The movie begins with a father, Jack, and a daughter, Rose, lying in the grass in front of their house. Jack then suddenly sees a car outside his range with building equipment. He then goes inside the house and then takes out a rifle and drives near the house they are building and he fires shot at the house. The workers then run off after saying this. In the next scene, while Jack and Rose are resting in a house, Jack tells his daughter that she has grown a lot and there will come a time for her to leave this house. Rose tells him not to say such kind of word and ran off to her playhouse. Jack comes after her to the playhouse and tells her that she is getting too big for him and he is going to become old one day and die. Rose, with tears in her eyes, tells her father that she will die with him. Jack tells her not to say such word again and start narrating a story about a beautiful girl getting married and living happy life with her family. Rose then looks at her father and tells him that she is never leaving him. Jack then slowly touches her daughter's face and leaves and came out immediately as he known it is small. The next day, Jack goes to the town to meet his girlfriend, Kathleen, and they make love immediately. After making love, Jack told her to quit her job and move in with him at his house. Kathleen then asks him what about her son and Rose. To this, Jack replies he can take care of everyone. When Jack comes back home, he tells Rose that he invited some guests to the house and they were going to stay for a while. Then suddenly Kathleen with her two sons, Rooney and Thaddeus, arrives in a car. As they introduce each other and get inside the house, Rose asks Rooney how long they are staying. Rooney replied that he don't know about himself, but he thinks his mother is going to stay for long. Rose then realized her father had lied to her and she goes out without saying anything. Jake goes after her and stops her. Rose then tells him that he lied to her that they were just a guest but they are moving in. Jake tells her it's just an experiment and if things doesn't work out, he will tell them to move out. The same night when Rose came back from the kitchen, she hears her father and Kathleen talking softly in their room, and when she peeks from the next room, she sees them making love. So Rose goes to Ronnie and takes off her clothes and asks him to make love to her as a revenge to her father. Ronnie tells her to stop and tells her that he is very attracted to her angelic face, but it's not right, and so instead he tells her he is learning to be a hairdresser and he can give her a new look, and then he cut her hair short. The next day, Rose sneaked into the Kathleen room and she tried putting some of Kathleen's makeup on her face. And suddenly, Kathleen enters and helps her as she is new to this. Kathleen then asks her did she wanted to have kids or leave the islands ever. To this, Rose tells her she will never leave her father and she is going to stay with him forever. In the next scene, we see a florist who delivers flowers regularly to Rose for her gardening. And while he is helping Rose to carry the flowers, Rose asks him to teach her how to kiss. The florist smiles, hearing this, and tells her that he thinks her as a small sister and also tells her that the first kiss would be meaningful and romantic, and he left. The following night, while Rose is in the wood collecting the bugs that she laid there to trap snakes, she sees Thaddeus making out with a girl inside a car. Rose then curiously stares at Thaddeus for a while and Thaddeus also sees her staring at him and she leaves from the scene. After a while, when Rose is alone in her room, Thaddeus goes to her room and he hops into her bed and kisses her and they start making out. After making out, she shakes her bed, then she sees a stain of blood from her bosom as it is her first time and she is delighted to see the blood stain. In the next morning, while Jack is sitting outside his house, he sees the bed sheet hanging in front of him with some words written there. And when he goes near and checks, he sees a blood stain with note saying, just an experiment. Jack is furious and scolds her, but Rose tells her father that it's a revenge because she saw him making love with Kathleen last night. While they are arguing, Kathleen from other rooms screams and calls Jake, and as he go and check, Kathleen tells him that there was a snake in her bed and it's disappeared. Thaddeus then looked at Rose as he knew it was Rose who did it. While Jake is inside the house searching for the snake, a man in a car arrived to his house, and we learn that he is the owner of the land just next to Jake. He tells Jake that someone came and shot at his building and the workers are afraid to work there again. The two argue for a while and the man left. One night, Rose called up everyone and explained to everybody that both her parents is an environmentalist and sadly her mother has passed and it is now her turn to take care of her father. And she then plays a video of her parents and her as a child. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Thaddeus jumps onto Rose and tries to kiss her. Jack pulls him away and they start to fight. Rose sees her father beaten by Thaddeus, so she pulls him out in the windows. Kathleen also comes running as she heard the noise. When she asks him what happened, Thaddeus tells her that Rose is the one who put the snake in her room to kill her. Kathleen then slaps Rose and pushes her out of anger and shouts at her to stay away from her. In the next scene, we see Kathleen and her son living in a boat, and Ronnie, with tears in his eyes, tells Rose to get out of the island and live her life, and says his goodbye and leave. The next day, Kathleen comes again and tells Jack that Thaddeus' legs are broken and asks him to pay what he has promised when he sacrificed her work to move with him. Jack then wrote a check with the amount he has promised and tells sorry for not working the way as they thought it will be and leave. That night, while Jack is resting, they tell Rose to take back what she says before, that when Jack dies, she will die too. Rose tells him she will try and lays in her father's arms. Rose then looks at her father's eyes and kisses him. Jack also kisses her back, but suddenly Jack pulls back off, realizing it is pain. The next morning, Jack with Rose goes to the house of the owner of the land next to his. The man is surprised to see Jack and asks him why he is here. They talk about their land issues for a while. But after a while, Jack cries and confesses to him that because of his ego, he has ruined his daughter's life by making her stay in the island. So he tells his neighbor that he just wants to get rid of his land and asks him to buy. When they are outside in the car, Rose asks why he is doing this. Then Jack replied that he has been dying of a sickness for a while, and he also tells her that she has to get an education, make a life of herself, and she will be free of this world. Rose, with tears on her eyes, tells her father not to give up on them. When they reach home, Rose stuck her father in the bed and sit beside him holding his father's hand. After a while, when Rose called him, he didn't answer, and we learned that Jack is dead. Rose then poured gasoline all over the house and lied beside his father's dead body with a rope tied to a limb, and she then pulls the rope and the house started to burn. After a while, the smoke started to fill the house, and we see Rose coming out from a window and living in a boat. And the movie ends here. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.